Hello and welcome everyone to Let's Play Tomb Raider Unfinished Business Remastered. This is guys 115 speaking. Interesting thing. If you enter the level exit of the previous level with your pistols unholstered, you're gonna start this level with your pistols unholstered. Doesn't seem to work that way for shotgun, for whatever reason. So let me officially welcome you to what it's been all building up to, the Temple of the Cat, my arch nemesis level. We are gonna find all 4 secrets, get our hands on 63 goodies. I think that makes it the level with the highest number of pickups so far. We are gonna kill 44 enemies. Now, this is a point I'd like to clarify because in my original Let's Play we only killed 42. Well, and I have checked many guides, many walkthroughs, everyone claims there are 42 possible kills. But I found a better way, and you can absolutely kill all 44 enemies, a point I'm gonna go back to as we're approaching the final stage of the level. And we are also gonna trigger 9 boulders for the roll action achievement. And I don't believe, again, there are any breakaway tiles here, but I might be wrong. It seems like they ditched the idea altogether for the expansion of Tomb Raider 1. So, first of all, we are watched by this cat statue the moment we drop in, which I find particularly unnerving. So yeah, we cannot actually exit the map properly. This is what now the entrance to the Temple of the Cat looks like. But yeah, we are still being watched. And unlike last time, I did not make the mistake of starting to record late in the night whilst being tired. I have a lot of energy, it's actually early morning, I am very hungry, which gives me even more energy, and we are gonna tackle this level like absolute pros. I had a lot of practice. By the way, on the scrolling text, you've seen me mention that there are 10 achievements we are gonna unlock here. That's true. However, only 8 of those are, strictly speaking, level specific. 2 of them pertain to the entire playthrough. That's the Gifts of Wonderland and the roll action, which we're finally gonna finalize here. So, first things first. Beyond this grate over here is the first secret, with a mummy, and later on a couple of panthers and a lot of magnum ammunition. To unlock the door to the first secret, you will need to press this switch twice. This is the first time a mechanism works that way in the Tomb Raider franchise, and I don't really remember them using it to such effect anywhere in Tomb Raider 2, 3, 4, or 5. It's really interesting and devious and fun. The first time you actually press this switch, you are gonna make all the iron grates here disappear. Don't worry, this mummy does not awaken yet. It will awaken the moment you pick up both of these small medpacks. So obviously the advantageous thing is to first pick up the one closer to it and then the one further away from it, because that's when we'll be escaping out of here, okay? Now run, 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 don't look back. Ideally jump. Whoa, nice dodge, Lara. And now I think shotgunning this guy is appropriate. Oh, god damn it, how could he still reach us there? That's incredibly annoying. Okay, but he's gone. We didn't take that much damage, it's fine. Actually, even with taking this much damage, we can still beat the level without using a medpack. I managed to pull it off on PS5. Let's see how successful I'll be. Remember, return the switch to its default position to open the path to secret number 1, okay? And there we go, we are finally using magnums to take down the second mummy. Okay, come here. Pretty please. Okay. And funnily enough, none of the mummies in this level explode. They all just shatter. But you can still take damage from those body parts. It's just easier to avoid, I guess. Now, the moment you step here, watch out, panthers will come. So do not be too tempted to pick up the ammunition. Yet. Somehow we narrowly managed to avoid taking damage. Perhaps Uzis would be a better choice, but there we go. I want to use magnums for at least a while before we'll switch to Uzis. By the way, maybe this is a good place to talk about the cat texture. I again prefer the original so much more. You can see the glint in its eye. Here, I mean, yeah, you can make it out barely. It's a bit brighter than the eye on the other side, but come on, this is way cooler. Yeah. Again, I don't think they did a good job with the cat thematic assets in the expansion levels. I feel like they are AI upscaled, but little to no touch has been done manually by the developers. See, you can make out there's a glint in its eye, but it's barely visible. This was way cooler in my opinion. Anywho, enough complaining about the old graphics. By the way, this side corridor and the first secret are entirely optional. If you're in a rush, you can just immediately dart through this corridor and climb up here if you're not interested in everything, okay? Now, talking about everything, there's plenty of shotgun ammunition to go around, and it's easy to miss some of it, so I'm gonna do my best to guide you. First of all, behind this sandy slope, shotgun shells. And don't worry, no boulders will come rolling at us yet. Oh, this is a nice camera shot. I do not want to interrupt it, but I guess that's all there is to it. And now, as we move through these tiles, 2 mummies will appear. So let's jump into this block of safety, and don't be close to the edge, okay? Because the mummies can still hit you, like it did next to the first secret. Perfect. Okay, so more shotgun shells will be our reward. This is an insanely generous level when it comes to shotgun shells. By running here, you're gonna trigger 2 boulders. There we go. There's the second one. And in this particular area, there are 4 more to go, okay? So first of all, you can safely pick this up. To trigger that boulder, well, perhaps quite obviously, you need to jump there to be in its path, okay? Jumping out of the way is the safest course of action. Now, we're gonna trigger another one as we're approaching this sandy slope. There we go. And now, the trick here is to first pick up these shotgun shells so that you can jump back. There we go. And now you can safely pick these up, trigger the final boulder, and again jump back, ideally. There we go. If you try to first pick these up, you're gonna have a harder time dodging this boulder because this ball over here will be in your way, okay? You're gonna have to make a diagonal jump, and you are far more likely to take some damage, even if not necessarily die from the boulder.
But it's so rare getting hit by a boulder but not dying. Okay.
So that's it. 3 over here, 3 over there. We have triggered 6 out of the 9 boulders in this level. We are gonna find 1 more and then a pair of 2 in a secret. That's essentially it. Now, achievements to think about. My god, this is cognitively taxing. So, there is an achievement called Cat's Cunning for entering this sort of watchtower without moving these 2 blocks, because behind these 2 blocks is an entrance into this pyramid, which is adjacent via underground tunnel to this here watchtower. That's the standard way to reach it. Instead, if you want to unlock the Cat's Cunning achievement, you need to move this block over here all the way around the pyramid over there so that you can jump into one of its windows. I have tried multiple times doing it without it, to jump from here or there, and I always found myself just 1 step short of making it into this corner, okay? So, again, the best course of action, really, even though it takes ages, is to move the block over there. The good thing is, and really at least an incentive outside of the achievement to move this block at all, is that underneath it are shotgun shells, which is really sweet, okay? So let's pick them up. And now, I'm gonna move the block, but soon we should hear the roar of a panther appearing on one of the pyramid steps. And I'm not sure when exact... Oh, there he is. Okay. Let me first take care of that so that we don't need to be disturbed by the panthers whilst we're pushing it. Awesome. And let's go back to our heavy labor. Would it be fair to say Lara is in labor when doing this? Not sure where I'm going with this. Okay, so first of all, move it once to the back, because the tile behind it on the other side was slippery. It was not perfectly aligned, this one. And now, just keep pushing and then move it around the corner. And don't worry guys, I'm absolutely gonna speed this up, and I'm gonna see you once we are there. And the job's done. Finally. I love how the achievement is called Cat's Cunning, but there's absolutely nothing cunning about doing this. It takes a lot of time, you are gonna miss out on a large medpack, it's stupid. It's really not worth it outside of the achievement. So, there we go. You can make a jump, pick up your shotgun shells, And the achievement did not trigger yet. Do not panic, it will trigger once you pick up the key over here. That's sort of what we've been after the entire time. And there we go, cat scanning. Enter the temple without moving to adjacent blocks. It's also misleading because this is yet not the temple of the cat still. And by the way, if we enter from this side where we're not supposed to, there's an invisible barrier here, which I just find funny. Now, I'm gonna show you the intended way, which involves taking very small falling damage, so I guess technically it's worth it if you want to avoid taking some small damage. I guess it's really not. But also you are gonna get your hands on large medpack, okay? And that essentially involves moving these 2 blocks. Now, there should be very soon a panther harassing us. There he is. Okay. Oh. Oh, come on, you bloody beast. Okay, that was a stupidity on my part. Completely unnecessary damage. No, I'm devoted to the idea that we are not going to use a medpack in this level. We'll see. That's going to be a much worse panther encounter later on. So, first of all, we need to move this block out of the way, and then the one behind it. You can already see that the camera made it through the gap in between the blocks to show us that we can squeeze in. By the way, you can make grabbing standing jump through such gaps in between blocks, and you can glitch your way through, something that will be very useful for the final 4th secret of the level if you're so inclined. Okay, there we go, and now make sure to shimmy to the left. You're gonna minimize the falling damage, and there we are. Now we can get our hands on the large medpack, the only point of really coming here. And via pressing this switch, we are going to find ourselves on the other side of the door we were in just a second ago, inside the watchtower. Now there is no longer an invisible barrier blocking our progress, right? So that's essentially it. Okay, now we just need to make it out of here again. And, oh, I didn't show you what we picked up. It's an ornate key. That's it. We need 2 of these, actually, to open up a path into the temple itself, finally. Now, we still haven't explored the very top of the pyramid, so let me show you that there's ammo and a small medpack waiting for us here. So there we go. So many shotgun shells. You can go absolutely crazy with these. And a small medpack. Not only that, but there's also an achievement tied to this. You know what? I think I'm gonna do it like this. There's also a cool camera shot associated with it. So let me see. And now make a handstand, and after Lara finishes the animation, you will unlock an achievement and get a really nice sweeping shot of the area. Let's stretch together. Do a handstand near the highest cat statue in front of the temple. And that's essentially it, okay? So it's just a cute reward like that. Nothing more to it. We got the goods. Using this slope, we can get to the gate. However, there's no point because we are still missing 1 key. Oh, but look at this. Another amazing sweeping shot of the area. Isn't that something? We can see 2 cat statues this way. So the key is in the pool beneath us, behind a gate that can be unlocked via pressing an underwater switch. But the trick here is that it's going to release a crocodile, but don't worry, you can finally go all out on these bloody bastards, okay? You don't need to hold back, which is simply wonderful after what we've been through. There we can see the shadow approaching. Okay, let's climb up before it will take a bite. Wonderful. Maybe I could have used shotgun, but this is more certain. That's it, it's over. Now the door has already closed in the meantime, but it's fine. At least we didn't take any damage. Okay. And once more. And it's really interesting because the area we are gonna enter behind this gate is essentially a water tunnel split into 3 parts as we progress through the level, okay? Let me maybe through the iron grate show you what I mean. So there's the second ornate key. The path out has opened and... whoa. I guess the photo mode takes you where the camera is, not where Lara is. Interesting. So behind this grate is sort of the second half of the underwater tunnel, and behind it the third... I said half, I mean third. There's a third of the underwater tunnel. We find ourselves in the first. So you can remember this tunnel to sort of mark your progress through the level, in a sense. It's really cool. Again, love interconnected areas. And now, we'll have to make it all the way back to where the 2 keyholes were. This should be a familiar looking slope. We were actually there picking our first 2 boxes of shotgun shells, but if you follow the cat's footprints, you are gonna find yourself here, where the shotgun shells were under a movable block. Actually, there should be another camera shot if we go here. Yeah, it's supposed to show us, I guess, the boulders in advance as a warning, but, well, it's a bit too late for that. We don't need that. Okay. So, now that we have both the keys, dare I say, we can finally enter the Temple of the Cat. I mean, we've been through a lot to get here, okay? But this is not the last time we're gonna see the ornate keys. Oh, no, sir. There's gonna be one small, tiny door that we'll need to open with 5 of these things. It's insane. Now, if you're expecting some grand entrance into the temple, you might be a bit disappointed. Instead, there's nothing but absolute darkness. If you take your pistols out, you can illuminate it somewhat, which is really cool in a game where there are no flares. But you can also switch to the original graphics, which makes the whole dark area much brighter. And let's do away with a panther. Okay, and that's essentially it. And by making it through this corridor in complete darkness, you are going to reach secret number 2, which is a large health pack. Awesome. Now, there is a way to turn on the lights, something I also shown in my original Let's Play after getting the secret. And you are also going to be awarded an achievement, okay? I think I can find my way there without switching to the original graphics, but it's not going to be much of a useful guide if we do that. So let's keep them on. Also, if you have action indicators, it's going to make locating this lever much easier. In the original, you can kind of make it out. In the remastered, not at all, but press the action key and get the no feline vision. Turn on the lights in the temple. And that's it. Now it's much nicer, much brighter, way brighter in the original even. But the catch is that this will close the door to the secret, which is not a catch at all if you got it in advance, right? Now, around the corner over here is a well-camouflaged lever, which opens up the path forward. Reminds me of Pelismidas' secret. Okay, there we go. Trapdoor open. And oh boy, I really hate this area. So, let's get down safely. And this essentially is one tunnel in a loop with multiple holes, either leading down into the second part of the underwater tunnel, or a platform with a panther on it. Let me show you. There. And there's a panther waiting. So what we really want to do, what I find to be the best course of action, is to drop into one of these holes and take care of the panther without him obliterating us somehow. It can get rather difficult. And this is a good candidate for that. Okay, Lara, are you ready? Oh, we managed to... Wow, I've never managed to pull this off. So we can take pot shots at him from down here? That is amazing. Okay, awesome. So I was really worried about this, but we're doing fine. There is nothing here, okay? Just the platform with the panther who can get on your nerves. If you're not inclined to get all the kills, just ignore him and drop into the water once you unlock the door over there. And the way you're gonna do it, by the way, no new camera angles by tapping on those tiles. The way you can unlock the door, it is on a timer, is to press 2 switches. Okay, one and then the other. Interestingly enough, if the door closes and you're not gonna make it in time, you don't need to press both of those switches again, only one of them. It's an odd mechanism, but, well, I appreciate it. Okay, and down we go. Now, is the door ahead? Yes, awesome. Now, do not dawdle, we have now entered the third part of the underwater tunnel, because there are crocodiles coming. You can actually swim up here, maybe even take pot shots at them, but don't worry if you're not gonna land the killing blow, because there's gonna be a much better spot to take them down from. But I see we managed to kill at least one of them, which is very good. And let's keep in mind there's a second one. So in this area, there are 2 small medpacks, another ornate key, and this is actually one of 5 we'll need to pick up to open the next door. It's insane. Okay, there we go. It does say ornate, right? Yep, absolutely. And again, another small medpack in this corner over here. And by the way, you might have already noticed, we are observed by yet another cat statue. If you climb up on its own tile, you're gonna get a shot of animated panthers frescoes running along the walls of the next area. This is so incredibly cool. Let me show that to you in person and also dispatch a crocodile in the process. Is he behind us? Oh my god, where's the second crocodile? Now it could be... It's behind that door, but they should be able to swim through those. I really hope so. Hello? Where are you, crocodile? Is he stuck somewhere? Oh, this is really not good. If that crocodile has disappeared or got stuck behind that door, then I'll just need to restart the whole level again to get all the kills. And I don't fancy doing that. Okay, there's one way to be sure. Camera mode should allow us to peek through behind closed doors as well. Oh my god, it is there. That stupid animal. Of course the crocodiles had to find the ways to screw us over in this level as well. Okay, let's just hang around here and see if it can make it through the locked door. Okay, maybe we'll see its ugly head poking very soon, but I'm worried this might not be the case. No, he's not even swimming here. It seems he's not able to get here at all. If we could glitch some way through the door, that'd be awesome, but no. Okay, so we learned something new, and that is to maybe not rush through this door, because one of the crocodiles can get in behind it and get stuck inside. And by the way, there's no way to get back. So guys, I just should have known something like this is gonna happen in the Temple of the Cat. I'm gonna restart the whole level, and I'm gonna see you right back at this spot. God damn it. Okay, here we find ourselves back again. Now I'm gonna stay here till the door closes, so we'll know for sure that the crocodiles will not be able to get through it. Now you bastards, take this. Okay, and one more. We'll take care of him shortly after. So, my apologies that you have to see me get these goodies all over again. But, yeah, just in case you're interested in all the kills, this has never happened to me again, but now we know that there's another potential problem that can occur. Unfortunately, as far as crocodile troubles go, that's not the end of it. There's gonna be one particular crocodile which is gonna be an absolute bitch to kill. We'll see how I'll do this time, but yeah, I remember it was not particularly pleasant that time ago, and even during my trial runs I was struggling. So, let's confuse this guy, and maybe climb here to have a good vantage point, and down you go. You cost us a lot of time, sir, but now it's over. Now, down here are magnum clips, okay? It's almost like in this part of the level, they really want you to use the magnums, and then in the later part of the level, they're just gonna feed you Uzi ammunition altogether. Which honestly felt a bit more rewarding in the original, because then you would still have Atlantean Stronghold and Hive to go through. Here, not so much, but I still prefer this order. I just maybe wish the inventory would not reset, but look at this view. This entire atrium is being surrounded by animated cats. And we just took down an actual live cat. Blends in so well, or so it thinks. Now, underneath this block, which has no other purpose by the way, you can get more ammunition. That's essentially it. Now, each time you pick up a key, a new panther will appear amongst these, but let's just admire what these look like. Yes, so they do not move in the photo mode, but in the photo mode, when the whole animation is paused, you can make the different stages of the movement. So it's essentially 3 frames repeating over and over and over. These 3. This is pretty amazing. And this is what they looked like in the original, although in the original it seems they're moved to the right. Interesting, there's some desynchronization going, and then disappears around the corner, which I find funny. But yeah, absolutely amazing detail. This is essentially where we can no longer make the argument of technology and it's an outright magic, which I'm completely on board with. Okay, and down you go. So, we now have our hands on 3 ornate keys, but on that side over there, there are 5 keyholes, okay? We need 2 more. Thankfully, they're all in this room. By the way, one interesting detail I find really peculiar is that on this side, we have the cat faces. Again, this is a good comparison of how good they looked in the original with a glint in their eye, and now it's just... yeah, it's like a friendly doofus with this minor shine in its right eye. Yeah, not that great. But anyway, on this side over here, we have cat faces. On this side over here, we have pharaoh masks. And over here, they are kind of intertwined, right? Which is really interesting. So one side is the side of the cat, one of the pharaoh. Using the 5 keys, we are going to open the door on this side, and we are going to go through Gauntlet of Trouble to open the door on the other side and continue with the Temple of the Cat. So it kind of makes sense that the cat side leads further into the Temple of the Cat. Now, as to why there are pharaoh masks at all, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know if it's supposed to symbolize together some cat royalty, or they assisted pharaohs, or something like that. Oh, and by the way, again, even here I prefer the original textures, because this looks uncanny. I don't know, it just doesn't look real. It looks like some really cheap fake knockoff. Again, the detail is higher, and I'm pretty sure this was done by AI, but none of it makes sense. And also, why is there a gemstone on its nose bridge over here? Yeah, this is not good. I'm sorry, it looks very cheap. Anywho, we picked up the 2 keys in this atrium, and now on the sides of each will be 2 more, which is of course going to trigger the appearance of 2 more panthers. So let's maybe first pick up this one, and then the one on the other side. Oh, we can maybe already take a pot shot at you. Good, good, good. And pick up this key. Now, we picked up 4 keys, but killed 3 panthers. You know what that means? That means there's another one who should be circling around very soon. Oh, there it is. Okay. Come at us. Come at us, come on. Now, the moment we descend to the lower level, there's not much the panther can do, other than growl and complain. So just keep that in mind, yeah. It's kind of a perfect arena to take enemies from, because you can just cheese them very easily, which feels incredibly satisfying, to be honest. Now, we have 5 ornate keys, so this will take a while. And in preparation for this video, I practiced it roughly 4 times. I've also rewatched my original Let's Play back from 10 years ago. And I remember 10 years younger me was complaining that I'm in my exam period in university, and I wanted to finish the unfinished business as soon as possible, in time for Tomb Raider 2 for Christmas. So just a bit of a nostalgia. We'll be tackling Tomb Raider 2 actually, as summer approaches, interestingly enough. Oh, I can't wait. My most favorite Tomb Raider game. Okay, and the final key. There we go, there we go, there we go. I'm not as stressed as 10 years ago, because then I was just stressed about, well, I was stressed about university, which is kind of a big deal. Now I'm just stressed about paying off my mortgage, which is, honestly, I find that way less stressful than being a university student. Whenever someone tells people, and especially kids, you know, in elementary, secondary school, high school, whatever you call it in your regional equivalent, that it's gonna get harder and harder and harder, that wasn't my experience. It got easier and easier as I was moving on to the next school and started working. Work was never as stressful as school was for me. But I guess it depends. Okay, so there we go. Shotgun shells. Now this is an interesting pit of spikes and slippery slopes. There are 2 goodies over here. And at the far side is a mechanism which will open up another door. It's just very awkward to navigate without falling. There we go. And now you can climb up and make it to the back. Again, there are some paw prints in the sand, meaning a cat was here at some point. I think it's supposed to guide us, but would be good if the paw prints were visible on the other side as well, but there you have it. Let's press the switch. And the door is open, and it is really interesting because the next area we are going to enter, it ceases to be a Temple of the Cat, and it's going to be more of a Temple of Crocodile. And you know how much trouble those guys have given us so far, right? So it's not really something I'm looking forward to. By the way, interesting knowledge about the engine. If you're holding action and forward, Lara will not climb this up, even though she can reach it. And the reason is, if you take a look from this side, there is a gap. It's not a solid block. Because even if you have a corner like this, underneath which or above which or around which there's not a solid block, climbing up holding action forward will not work. It's just an interesting fact how the engine works, and remasters haven't changed that. It's the same as it was in the original. And down we go into the Temple of the Crocodile. Here we have 2 goodies to get our hands on, so let me take the longer route first so I can show you. By the way, these murals are really interesting. Again, I think I prefer the original. They just look old, weathered and real. This looks very cartoony. I don't know. But the crocodile seems to... I'm not sure if it's protecting the cat or if it's trying to devour the cat and is sort of a natural enemy of the cat. I have no idea what this is. If any of you guys know, please let me know. I haven't found any information on Archaeology of Tomb Raider either about this particular fresco or the idea what crocodiles and cats had in common in ancient Egypt, right? Anywho, finally, from this point on, we are picking up Uzi clips, which is simply awesome. I think we can pretty much fully transition into using Uzis. And there, another pair of clips. Amazing. And it is at this point that we've triggered the appearance of a crocodile. And this guy will essentially be the hardest kill. Okay, the good news is he doesn't seem to be stuck. Very often you will actually find him stuck in this, let's call it cubicle, okay? And he might still get there, by the way, it's tricky. But this way he should follow us, so let's give him some time to approach us. Mind you, enemies, crocodiles can move through iron grates, right? So he's either gonna appear through there or through the iron grate. Oh, he's coming through the grate, okay, there we go. And now all we really need to do is essentially climb up in a way that will allow us to take potshots at him. But I don't see him here. Did he get stuck again? Oh my god, he absolutely did. So this is, as you can figure out, this is annoying. Now, we need to get him unstuck, ideally without him biting our legs off. Okay, that was quite dangerous, actually. Now, we don't even see him because of the camera angle. Oh my goodness, where are you? Did you get stuck? He's at the exact same place. Okay, let me see. Again, change of verticality will help keep you alive and free from crocodile bites. Okay, 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 can you make it here, you doofus? Again, let's use the camera mode to look back. What are you doing? Oh my god. He's coming back. This doesn't... I'm sorry guys, this has never happened to me before. I bet everyone says that. But really? This is odd. Okay, so each time we enter this room, he seems to return there. We can't keep this up for much longer or we'll drown, so... Okay, can we... Whoa. Do something else with you? Okay, okay, we're in good position, right? 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 Now, is he coming up? Yep, I see a hint of a crocodile. And now the tough part is being able to shoot it. Oh boy, it's gone again. So this is what I mean by this being the most annoying enemy to kill. And it now leaves here and gets stuck in this cubicle. Okay? Okay, let's see. You've entered there, that is very good. Just please come back for a return trip. Okay, let's not get... Never mind. Lara, shoot it! Okay, we are locked on, but... Will that be enough? 2 shots. Lara? Ah, thank god. Okay, so you know what? This could have went way more smoothly, but I'm glad I showed it to you because you might have a very similar experience. So again, 2 places where this guy can get stuck. Over there. And over there. And luring him to actually come here for air is difficult and you might get bitten. That's essentially it. Oops, I got confused. We came from there. Instead, we want to continue through the door over there. Now, we haven't actually done what we're supposed to in this room, and that's to activate an underwater lever. Now that this place is no longer infested with that bloody crocodile, we can move on. And of course, as is the tradition, I have not yet saved the game. Nevertheless, I think we're doing fine. Actually, as I repeated the level, because of the crocodile getting stuck behind the door, I saved up some time by not bothering with the cat scanning moving the block this time, and also I did not get hit before, well, this crocodile had his way with us. So I can use that as an opportunity to conserve some health, which is good. Ah, so that door closed behind us. Interesting. Okay. Well, on we go. By the way, the moment you step on these 2 tiles, you are gonna open the door over here, and you can already take a pot shot at a mummy that runs around. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Don't come so close. Okay, okay, that was actually frightening. Usually it runs around the room and Lara is able to take pot shots, but this time, you know what? I'm gonna use a shotgun now. Much better, don't you think? Oh yeah, that's it. Okay, so this is interesting. This is like the cult of the cat meeting room. Around here we have steps going around the table and chairs, but there's absolutely nothing in here, but I wanted to show you nevertheless. No secret, no goodies, no hidden mechanism, nothing like that, okay? But, cool bit of detail. In the original release of the expansion, these two vases on the table were not actually here. These were added via the remasters, even in the original graphics, which I find to be a really cute detail, you know? So they actually spruced up the original graphics, or visuals, not graphics, a bit, which I appreciate. And apparently this grid was always here. Huh, I don't remember it that way, but okay, that's fine. And this is what the vases look like in the remastered beauty. Well, they're still rather low resolution, but there you have it. Okay, now, one of these levers activates a boulder, which we absolutely want. That's it, only 2 more boulders and roll action achievement will be ours. And this one opens up a door to get out of here. Also, getting rid of the boulder opened up a path for us to continue deeper into the level, but be very careful. There is a crocodile there trying to make our life a living hell, thinking he's so hard to see. Well, too bad for you, sir. Shotgun for the victory. Okay, 3 goodies in this room, which is a very nice reward considering everything we've been through. I love the fact we are surrounded by running panthers. It makes you extremely nervous, given how many of these cats you actually had to kill to get here. Okay, on we go. Oh, and this is really cool. This is connected to the top of the arena with the running cats. I'm not sure I'll manage to make a swan dive here, but let me try. Maybe diagonally like this? No, that's just no way. Okay, and into the water we go. Let's see, magnums were there. That means the corner we want is over here. So, that was essentially the Pharaoh side of this entire arena with a couple of challenges. Now we are gonna enter the cat side, okay? And there it gets much harder. Ooh, yeah. I mean, I guess we've officially switched to Uzis anyway. Let's keep them. Because here, my friends, there's just a ton of Uzi ammunition. And since this is the remaster, we don't need to save any of it for the Atlantean levels. We've already been through that, okay? With pistols, no less. So first of all, ammo clips on the altars, but here it's where it gets interesting. We are surrounded by 8 dormant mummies. Yep. And don't worry, you can pick up the Uzi clips in front of them. This is not going to cause them to awaken or anything like that. Their trigger points are still rather mysterious to me and a source of a confusion. Some of them pertain to tiles you need to step on, some of them to items you need to pick up, some of them to a lever you need to press. So we're kind of gonna do everything, and we are gonna wake up 7 of these 8 mummies. The 8th one cannot be awakened in this room because it's there to ambush us a bit later, okay? So first of all, I think I'm gonna go into this corner, pick up the large medpack over here, and the cool thing is, on this tile, you should be safe with no mummies reaching you. I did the same trick back in my original LP, and it worked out fine, so I don't see a reason to change my strategy. But, you know, if you want to get up close and personal, this is another safe spot from which you can take pot shots. But these guys are then likely to run off into a different area, okay? Okay, we are locked onto you. You're not gonna escape now. I said it and it escaped. Oh my. Okay, we are very close. You know what? I think he's damaged enough that we can safely take him down on foot. So let's do that. Okay, can you come back pretty please? No? Would that be asking too much? Am I gonna regret coming this close? Oh my god, where is it? I mean, the camera follows it a little, but this is not good. I think it's in the arena with the moving panthers, right? Oh wow, they never made it quite that far. Okay, on we go. There's another point of triggering them. And I never managed to pinpoint it to a particular tile, but stepping on the sand here works, and also picking up the Uzi clips, okay? You might find that if you pick up the large medpack and the Uzi clips and even press the lever, not all mummies will be waking up. There's still gonna be one, and it has something to do with us stepping on these tiles, but I've never managed to pinpoint it accurately to a specific one. So if you find that there's one of the 7 mummies still not waking up, just move around the sand here, and that should also work. Okay. Ooh, almost reached us up here. That looked very dangerous. Perfect. And now, onto the lever, which actually will open up a way to continue, and I prefer to do it as the last thing. Oh my god, no! There's still another one? Where? I've heard hooves. Okay, you know what? Let's just activate this thing. And jump into safety. Okay. Climb up, Lara. And this is the tile we want. Oof. Okay. Hey fellas, can you die already? That would be very appreciated. My girlfriend listened to me playing this level, practicing for the video here. And she said, my god, those are some creepy noises, what is that? And yeah, I guess if you guys have played Tomb Raider 1 as kids, do you still remember how these noises traumatized you? Okay, we're gonna need to give them hope to take care of them, so... Let me do this, and maybe immediately climb... Oh my god, that's not good, that's not good. I expected Lara to reach that, but apparently I was mistaken. Okay, anyway, we made it back to safety. Okay, and that should be the 7th one. Okay, that's it. And now, one way to be sure is that you cleared out the room is to take a gander across the pillars. There is one mummy there, and should be the only one that's still sleeping. Very good. Because that mummy will try to ambush us as we enter the next area. By the way, this is really neat. A bit of a throne with moonlight shining on top of it. It's really cool. Not sure what important person's chair that was, but there you have it. Now, as soon as you step on the tile over here, the mummy will come and try and get you. So, let's shotgun it first, shall we? Nice! Fortune really did favor the foolish this time around. Now, I really do not like this room, and this is why I'm gonna save for the first time in this level, just like I did all those 10 years ago. Okay, so our objective really is to reach the other side. The moment we are gonna step on this tile, the cat over here is gonna extend a bridge for us to get back. And when we press this switch, the door behind us in the room with the chair will open up, allowing us to continue. Now the golden bridge that will extend we will not need to use actually, because we can use a secret way to get back, which I think is way cooler. But there you have it. Actually, you can already get a sneak peek of the secret if you just take a gander here. Okay, there's a corridor there, and that's not a coincidence, whereas there's nothing on the other side. Interesting fun fact. If you make it down here safely, and by safely I mean not break Lara's neck and avoid the spikes, Lara is gonna die instantly. This was never explained in the original, neither is it in remasters. This entire floor is just lethal. It means death. Which is funny because you could use it to climb up into the secret over here, but no. For some reason it's death, it's not telegraphed at all by the level design. This is where I feel the developers have failed, and it feels incredibly cheap, just to put instant death tiles that really have no visible features, but there you have it, this is what they decided on. First of all, let's get our hands on the Uzi clips over here. And can we use this platform to shimmy? Yes, perfect. So shimmy to the left, climb up, and yeah, whilst the cat statue will extend the golden bridge for us to get back, we're gonna do it via more secret means. Okay. And there we go, and this is accompanied by a really cool sweeping camera shot. I like it a lot, but there's gonna be one that's even cooler than this. Again, this is not a malevolent but a benevolent cat, according to the manual description. Oh, there's a really lovely tropical room there with a really cool Easter egg. But first of all, before that, is this a safe way to descend? Yes, it absolutely should be, because we are interested in the third secret, which, as an extra added incentive, will contain the final 2 boulders, not only of the level, but of the game itself, okay? Okay, and yeah, you will take some minor damage, oh well. Again, if you descend onto this floor safely, you're still gonna die, it's ridiculous. Anywho, secret is ours, awesome. And I think we are doing really well health-wise as well, so there's the large health pack. But we haven't seen the last of crocodiles, panthers or mummies, so our luck can really change quickly. I'm gonna get Uzis ready just in case. Now the moment you climb up here and start moving onward, a boulder will roll. Thankfully you have this convenient opening to dodge it, right? And you essentially will have the same thing over here. And there we go. Roll action, make all the boulders except that one roll in a single walkthrough. We did it. All the boulders in the Unfinished Business expansion. This puts my mind at ease, because there's no way to know if I messed up, maybe even with my previous videos, up until we'll see this icon, or not see it. Okay, be mindful of the panther over here. What it was guarding were 2 pickups, so it's a generous secret with 4 pickups overall, a small med pack, and over on the other side, shotgun shells. And what's really cool is that this entire time we are being watched by a pair of malevolent looking eyes. And as we reach the final stage of the level, we are gonna find out who these eyes belong to. This is really, really great. I love it. Now we can use either of these openings where the grates suddenly vanished to essentially make it back to the staircase. However, see? The grate has now reappeared, which is insane. But if you find yourself on the other side, the grates are not here. But again, with the photo mode, the camera you cannot return, and the same thing will happen to Lara. Which, if you do before picking up the items, means you have to go all the way back and descend into the secret entrance proper, which happened to me the first time I played it. It was pretty damn annoying. Okay, onto the door we just unlocked, and that is this tropical room. Interesting. So, we need to open up 2 trapdoors, one over there and one over there. Doesn't matter which one, both of them are gonna open with the same mechanism, okay? But first, we need to descend into a lair of crocodiles and a panther, guarding some goodies on the way. The way to continue is behind the column, very easy to miss. And I feel shotgun is your best friend in these tight corridors, okay? Especially since we are facing crocodiles, which can be killed with 1 hit. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I did promise a pickup. It should be right over there. And there's a second one in a similar leafy lair quite like this. But do not pick up the large medpack, because the moment you step on the tile, another crocodile will try to appear, okay? So it can get pretty dangerous if you start picking it up. You might not have enough time to get your, well, shotgun is the best tool here, out and kill it, okay? Okay, and there's of course yet another one. And this one, I think I'm gonna use Uzis on. There's something immensely... Whoa! Or we can unlock an achievement. Not the first raider here. Stare at Lara's ancient image on the wall for 5 seconds. Well, that was unexpected because we absolutely did not do that. But let me explain. Okay, so the image they're talking about is in 3 places. The first one is right over here. So this, my friends, is again, without the achievement, I would never even notice this Easter egg, similar to the Sphinx's winking face. This is an image of Lara, saying hello, apparently, to Bastet, or maybe some other Egyptian cat goddess. So this is, I guess, we should not take this too seriously, right? This is just an Easter egg. But apparently Lara's arrival was prophesied. They saw her hot pants, her holsters, her tank top. I wish this would be in color. We could see the teal tank top maybe. She has her braid on one side and she essentially reaches the cat goddess. That's the prophecy. Now, if you stare at this image for 5 seconds longer, nothing will happen. I managed to unlock it on PS4 and PS5 via standing here for a while, or also on the other side, because it is really the same hieroglyphics. But apparently just by standing here, not even looking at it, we unlock the achievement by accident. So there's that. Now, let's just press the underwater switch over here and release a vicious looking panther. Oh, there it is walking towards the camera. That was pretty creepy, actually. I like that a lot. Now, I'm not sure what the best course of action would be here. Let's try Uzi's, if he's gonna appear from a distance. There we go. Is he still alive? I hope not. That would make Uzi's seem really weak. Oh, he just died as we fell into the water. Well, that's fair enough. Okay. You can also use shotgun. Both of the tools are fine. Honestly, I don't find Uzis that much more powerful than Magnums, being completely honest with you. Okay. But I think they did a better job of balancing that out in the following games. So, you can choose whatever trapdoor you want to get out of here, okay? I guess I intentionally want to use the most awkward one, just because it's so difficult to get here. Yeah. And let us climb up. Now, this room is weird. It's this stony mess of tiles and symbols that makes little to no sense. And yet, all you really need to do is climb up here and the trapdoor will open. It's rather underwhelming. Again, more cat faces and pharaoh faces combined. Not sure what the story they're trying to tell us here is. But one interesting thing is that this is a combination of 9 different tiles. I guess that's supposed to be a reference to the 9 lives of the cat, at least if the manual information is anything to go by. Step on this one, and a door will open, and we are approaching the end of the level. Let me explain something on this corridor over here. There are 3 doors, each surrounded by 2 levers you can use to open them. You can go through this door and continue the level, but be careful because a mummy will drop from the ceiling you'll need to take care of, preferably with a shotgun. Then, there is a particularly dangerous corridor. I assume this was what they refer to as the Seth room in the manual. I'm not sure, it doesn't show any depiction of Seth, just skulls. But, Tomb Raider 4 Last Revelation, whenever there's an FMV about Seth, it's always accompanied by skulls like these, right?
He who removes the amulet and releases the dark power of Set shall summon the sun god Horus, for only the power of light will again imprison him.
If you want an achievement on all the kills, this room is a must-have. However, please listen to me. Do not engage with this room just now. We are gonna return here and come back later to clean it out, okay? Because if you do it right now, and you make it out alive, even though you're not supposed to, but there is absolutely a way, and you even kill the 2 mummies inside, later on in the level, one mummy will never wake up, and another one will not even appear. I do not know why, but this has been known for a long time. It's even confirmed by Stella's walkthroughs. I confirmed it and tested it even 10 years ago in the original run with this level, and I tested this and confirmed it even here in the remasters. It is still the same deal. If you do this room now, later on 2 mummies will not appear. However, you can ignore this room, continue the level, take care of those 2 problematic mummies, and I originally thought there is no way back, but the thing is I found a way to get back here and re-trigger this room, and I'm gonna show you, and it's gonna increase our kill count to 44, okay? And again, you have another choice, and this is the safest one, to essentially continue the level, because if you run across this corridor, no mummy is gonna drop from the ceiling, so I recommend this route in case you're not interested in all the kills, okay? But if you are, leave this room alone, leave this room alone, and only use the one at the very beginning to continue the level. But before even that, we of course have to get our hands on the first secret. Via stepping on, I believe, this tile, for some strange unknown reason, this unremarkable tile, the door over here will open, and it will lead you into the 4th and final secret. If I wouldn't be taking so long talking, right? So let's re-trigger it again. No? No, still no? Nothing? Oh, okay, so I guess it's that tile. Whatever, let's just run before it closes again. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Is the timer worse than it ever was before? It feels that way. for sure. And now it didn't open? This is most unusual. Okay, so which tile triggers this door? Okay, I just made a circle in front of the Seth room, so that worked. Well now, this room. This is tied to Sokoban achievement, a reference to an old game about block pushing. So you have to get to a secret at the end of this room, pick up all the items, and get out using no more than 24 block pushes. Now, if you'll forgive me, I am going to save the game here because just in case I mess up, I want to ensure that I can do it again and show you the best way to do this, okay? So, let's see. First of all, your only option is to push this block forward, not backwards. Lara will not even initiate a push with the door closed, and actually I tested it, even if the door is open, she will not push it back for whatever reason. At that point it doesn't make much sense, but there you have it. Okay, and now, get this block out of the way. There are essentially 4 adjacent rooms with a couple of blocks around us, okay? And each room has 2 blocks that can get in your way. Let's get this one out of the way and actually push it into the entrance corridor. What you do in the very first room is absolutely crucial for you to set up the yourself for the achievement correctly, because you can reach the secret with goodies with less than 24 moves. However, you will end up pushing 1 block inside and covering up one of the 4 items, but the achievement specifically asks you to pick up all 4 items, okay? They thought about this. So you actually must do it in a way that the very final block you will push out of the room and not into the room, and that's essentially it. And the way we're gonna achieve that is to make as much space in the first room as possible, and we need to get these 2 blocks onto the sideway, okay? And by the way, you can already press the lever to open the door out of this room out, but I'm gonna do that ceremoniously once we wrap up the achievement. Okay. So there we go. And actually, in case you don't have patience for this, you can also glitch your way through. I think it'd be pretty neat if I was to show you how. But now I need to think, where do I want to put this block? But I think over to the side here makes most sense. Yep, indeed. And I'm gonna show you something cool, how you can make this easier, faster, and also get the achievement with way less than 24 moves, in case you don't feel bad about essentially using glitches, okay? So, let's get you out. And now, multiple times you'll be in situations where you'll have 2 blocks next to one another with this tiny gap in between, okay? And, oh, Lara, can you get out of the way? I want to see if we can get the camera through it. Not quite. But, ironically, we can get Lara through it. Now, make a forward grabbing jump, and there you go. And this is the glitch that... Oh, gee, that was unintentional. This is a glitch that will allow you to do all sorts of things. You can probably even do it here. But there's a risk involved with this glitch, that Lara can end up in a limbo, which is what happened to me in my original run through the level a decade ago.
Okay, this hurts my eyes. Wait, did we just die? Oh my goodness. I think Lara is trapped in some sort of limbo.
So, if you use this trick, you need far less than 24 moves to pull this off. And I did this on my PS4 and I still unlocked the Sokoban achievement, so there's nothing prohibiting you from doing this, okay? The achievement criteria are set and are just above the number of moves. Okay, perfect. And now this might seem counterintuitive, but we need to move this block over on the other side, interestingly enough. Okay. And there we go. And you might be thinking it would be most advantageous to then move this block to the very corner that's vacant, but that would cost you an extra push, and you don't actually need to do that, okay? Ahead of us are 2 more blocks blocking the path to the secret itself. Again, the very final block behind this, if you were to push it forward, you would cover up a small mat bag, okay? And we cannot let that happen. And it feels nice because when I was tackling this in my original run, I was losing my mind with this level. I was extremely exhausted and tired and stressed out. And I remember I was just like, you know what, screw this, and I glitched my way through. But there's no need to do that here. Okay. And now, let's just move you forward, and this should be sufficient. Perfect. And now, all we need to do is move this block out of the way twice. That's essentially it. And this way we'll reach the room completely empty of any blocks and be able to get our hands on all 4 goodies. So we should also see the Codex of Egypt pop up, which is really cool. There we go. Oh, sorry, Codex of Cat. Find all secrets in Egypt. Of course, it can be called the same thing as the one in Tomb Raider 1 game proper. Yeah, makes sense. There we go. Very generous. Again, less exciting in the remasters because there's no Atlantean level following this, but there you have it. It is what it is. And now, don't worry if you haven't gotten the Sokoban achievement yet. You will get it as you exit this room. So let's do that. There we go. Get all secret items and leave the room by moving the blocks no more than... well, it cuts off, but it says 24 times. And 24 times is the exact number of block pushes or pulls we did, which is simply awesome. So again, let's leave this room alone. We will be back via this room. So it is essential you open it up using these 2 levers, but do not enter it. Prime it ready. Okay, this is the strategy I developed. I have not currently seen any walkthroughs, not even Stella's walkthrough mention this, so I'm gonna let her know that it's possible like this to get 44 kills, so that more eager Tomb Raiders will know about this. But we are gonna use this chamber to enter, so we don't care that it closes behind us. And above us, from here, the open sky, a mummy will fall down, which is kind of hilarious when you think about it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oof. Okay, we took minimum damage. I am very happy about this, but do not dawdle. There are 2 more mummies here. These are, by the way, not the ones I talked about. These are not the problematic mummies. Those will be on the floor above us, okay? So these guys will appear no matter what. So, these are safe. Okay, and there's a second one. The problem is it could be behind any of these blocks and catch us unaware, which is scary. Okay. Oh, I don't like this. This is making me very nervous. As Argus Filch would say, come out, wherever you are.
Wherever you are.
Okay, that shot was a bit stupid, but onto the block. There we go. Perfect. We're a mummy hunter at this point. I'm no longer as scared of them as when I was tackling the Egypt levels for the first time in our Tomb Raider 1 Let's Play. Awesome. Okay, and there we go. Small med pack. I believe we should only have 2 more goodies missing. We are at 61 out of 63. Absolutely wonderful. Okay. There's no way we're messing this up now. That's exactly the kind of talk that gets us into trouble. Nevertheless, let's climb up. Oh, red carpet above us. Now this is really interesting because this leads into the throat or mouth of a gigantic cat statue. And let me maybe show it to you from a much better angle. There it is. Now, do these eyes look familiar? These are the ones that have been watching us in the previous secret, right? So there it is, and it has its teeth in form of spikes, and it's watching this small cat statue. It's like there's some sort of eternal struggle in between them, which is really neat. We are gonna climb into its head, don't you worry. But first of all, let's make this impossible looking jump. And now, around the corner over here, if you're gonna see 2 mummies attacking you, you're good. You can get all 44 kills. Wonderful, there's one. Okay, it escaped. But again, I just don't want us to take damage. Oh, 2 of them. That one reconsidered. Interesting. My friends, we pulled it off. Now we should have 3 more kills missing. Oh wait, no, more than that, because there are... Ah, sorry, 5 more kills. That's right. There are gonna be 2 more mummies at the very top level. Now, since we've encountered these 2 mummies, we can now get back down into the so-called trap room or Seth room or however you want to call it. And the cat's belly over here serves as a perfect slide down, okay? It's safe. And because we left this entrance open via the 2 levers, we can get back. Or so it would seem, but if you just fall down and start running forward, you'll find that this door closes in front of your eyes. And this is the point where I gave up in my original Let's Play thinking, okay, we cannot actually get back here. But lo and behold, you keep to the side, and you're back. So that's essentially it. So let me open up the Seth room. And you know what? I'm gonna save here because this one feels a bit random and a lot can go wrong, not due to your own fault. Because in this room with us, there'll be these 2 mummies who will awaken. By the way, if you step on these skull tiles, you will die. However, there is an exception, and that is right now they are safe. Whoa, we did it! Yes! Okay. Let's take care of you, and now you are next. Perfect. Now, how on earth are we supposed to get out, since the skull tiles are certain death? Well, they're not anymore. I don't think this is intentional. I think this is a bug, or they forgot to add those death triggers here. But for some reason, you can now step on them safely. Before you couldn't. If you descend to those skull tiles at the very bottom, that will spell certain doom. So again, I think this is an oversight on the developer's part, but I love the fact it's recognized by the Pitfall achievement, get out of the trap room alive, leaving it clear. Leaving it clear also means killing those 2 mummies, okay? Perfect. Now, how do we get back? Well, this door is closed. Perhaps using the 2 switches we could get it open again, I'm not really sure. Oh, we can, awesome. But you know what, let's use the only entrance we have not used yet, and that's the one on the left, and now it can close behind us, we don't really care. There we go. Now, I found it that just jumping over this tile also resulted in it closing before. You're much safer going along the sides of the room, but who knows. Perfect. And now I believe there's 3 more enemies we need to clear out. We got all the achievements. We got almost all the goodies. There are 2 missing. A pair of Uzi clips and a small medpack, and we should also get the Gifts of Wonderland achievement. Finally, it was unobtainable despite 2 major patches being released, and I believe it's only the 3rd one that finally fixed it. Okay. Oh, and I think as we reach the small medpack, I'm gonna talk a bit more about that. But, oh yeah, we can go around the room, but we already cleared out the 2 mummies, so we can take a bit of a shortcut and just make a jump over here. Reminds me of the Colosseum balcony jump. And enter. And this area we are essentially going to use just to get to the top. And there is a very nasty fall if you're not careful. So let's make a safety drop. Because you can just sort of fall all the way here and take significant chunk of falling damage, okay? That's very vicious if you're not expecting it in advance, but there you have it. It is what it is. And now we should slowly but surely be on the top floor. Well, not entirely, this is like the in-between floor. Okay. There we go. I think we can use this point to take care of the panther over there. The cat is devouring itself. That is very creepy. Okay, it is down. 2 more enemies to worry about. Now this, to you, again, might seem like a small medpack, but it is in fact the last pickup of the expansion, and it's gonna get us the Gifts of Wonderland achievement. By the way, multiple people have reported still not getting the achievement, but I think the way they tried to re-trigger it is they had a save after already picking up this small medpack, and then they reached the level exit, and then they were surprised we still don't get the achievement. Again, just like Tomb Cleaner, the way this achievement works, it doesn't show up on the level exit screen or the stat screen. You need to physically pick up the last item and then you're gonna get it. There we go. Gifts of Wonderland take every collectible item in a single walkthrough. Perfect. So if you don't have a save before picking up this small item, but you will unfortunately have to replay the entire Temple of the Cat again, okay? So just have Lara fall off a high ledge, doesn't matter, break her neck, you're gonna get the restart level screen in your passport. And that will enable you to restart the Temple of the Cat as opposed to the entire expansion, okay? So in case you're struggling with Gifts of Wonderland, this is the way to do it. I did this in PS4 and it worked just fine. Okay, and let's use maybe this hole as an obstacle between it and us. Oh, it's already done. Okay, cool. Let's use the side where the mummy was actually to go around. We really are approaching the end. I'm only gonna save one more time and that's before the final stat screen, okay? There is a cat over there. I managed to make a jump on it, but there's no unique camera angle, or at least there wasn't when I did it. So instead, let's go here and immediately get our shotgun out. And we are at the risk of being pushed, unfortunately. Whew, this time we got lucky. Usually the mummy just goes at us immediately. In such case, make sure to hop back on this here tile, okay? You will be safe. The fact that it's so slippery and narrow means it covers a bit more ground, and you should not fall down. But if you let yourself get pushed down by the mummy, well, it's all over, unfortunately. Ah, this is really cool, this is really cool. There we go. So this showed us the extended tongue of the cat, but what's even better is that its mouth has opened and we can now enter it. This is something similar to the lion's mouth in Tomb Raider Last Revelation. Sort of level design that's going to be used later. Now just this final door remaining, and this is really vicious. I remember falling for this. This looks like a step, but it's an optical illusion. Instead, it's a pit you need to jump over. And now we get the coolest camera angle out of all of them. At the very end is the Gaia Anderson cat watching Lara. This is it. This is our only destination. Somehow this statue is more important than all the others. I guess this is the real one and all the others were just symbols of it or something like that. So let's walk to the very edge and get our prize on the Gaia Anderson cat. There you are. We've been through a lot of trouble to get you, and you want to know something funny? You're gonna end up in Lara's basement in Tomb Raider 2. There we go, Temple of the Cat. So, with all the commentary and everything, it took us 52 minutes. Probably would have been longer if I didn't have to repeat the part with the stuck crocodile. I had to do the cat scanning, block pushing again. We found all 4 secrets, we picked up all 63 goodies, and we raised our kill count from 42 to 44. I finally found a way to do this. This feels incredible. And we also did it with plenty of health to spare and not using a med pack. Quite the distance traveled, but let's see, after the credits, the final statistics. There we go. So we have played for 2 and almost 3/4 of hours. We found all 10 secrets of the expansion. We picked up all 239 goodies. Again, this is not the spot where the Gifts of Wonderland is supposed to unlock. It will add you picking up the small med pack as the last item of Temple of the Cat. And rather than 155, we've killed 157 enemies. And over the entire adventure, considering we tackled Atlantine mutants with pistols in the first level, with all that mandatory damage, we only used 1.5 medpack. It feels absolutely incredible. You can also see that we have not broken any breakaway tiles, but you can at least see the number of eggs we've broken in this expansion, and also the distance traveled in the game squares. And there you can also on screen see the total number of boulders we have rolled as part of the roll action achievement. I don't think I'm ever gonna count the boulders again, but just for the purposes of this expansion-specific achievement, I did. So there you have it. I hope you had an absolute blast, again, like I had making these videos. This was really interesting. The levels are just as scary as I remember, but I feel we've done a much better job than all those years ago. I am in a much better spot now, and yeah, I've had so much more practice. Now, I'm gonna wrap things up, but before I go and thank my amazing patrons, I would also like to say what is up ahead. Next time we're gonna see each other is gonna be at a no commentary video where I'm gonna tackle all 4 levels, just as part of one video package, one longer video, just like I did with Tomb Raider 1's New Game Plus difficulty. I'm gonna do that for Unfinished Business expansion, just for people who wanna watch it without commentary, in case they find it disrupting, right? I think that's fair enough. Also, as of right now, as of the existence of patch 1.03, there isn't any New Game Plus for the Unfinished Business expansion, and as far as I'm aware, there isn't any for the Golden Mask or the Lost Artifact expansions, okay? Maybe they will add such game mode in the future, I wouldn't hold my breath, but in case there will be New Game Plus for Unfinished Business, then I'm gonna make a video doing one run across all levels with that again, but in the meantime, I'm gonna do that on normal difficulty, again, not worrying about any achievements anymore, but just showing where everything is in one video without commentary. And afterward, we are finally gonna tackle Tomb Raider 2, my most favorite Tomb Raider game in existence. You can look forward to me releasing 2 videos on the same day with Tomb Raider 2. One's gonna be about Lara's home, where also I'm gonna explain our achievement plan. Presumably it's gonna involve 3 playthroughs again. And I also am gonna release the Great Wall of China video on the same day, because I find it cruel to release a video with Lara's home but then having to wait at least for the first level, right? So I'm gonna do both and release them, but it's gonna take me a bit of time. I'm just gonna ask you for patience. So that's it, and now let me thank my wonderful patrons. Blank Goopel, Mick, Severin Drax, Marek Malec and Katie Danger, thank you guys so much for being my Winstons and for bringing me refreshment when my energy levels are low. Big thank you to my caretaker Winston, Michael McConkie. Thank you so much for taking care of all of Lara's injuries, whether it's dinosaur teeth or bullet wounds. I'd also like to give special thank you to my veteran Winston, Andrea Paviglianetti. Thank you so much for protecting Lara's mansion against all sorts of invaders, or more often than not, just chasing away a wild pack of dogs with your walking stick. And finally, I would like to give very special thank you to my one and only fine vintage Winston, Akira Foxmind. Thank you so much for supporting the channel in this way, and also for keeping Lara T's chilled so she doesn't need any ice cubes. And finally, thank you to everyone for watching, for sharing comments, observations, your favorite moments. It's why I make these videos. I'm keeping all of them ad-free. In case you do want to support my channel, feel free to check out my Patreon. You can become a free member, or you can also directly support me, in which case I will give you a shout out in all of my future videos. None of my content is sponsored or exclusive in any shape or form. That's it, folks. You know what's next. I'm gonna get ready. I need to do another rerun of these 4 levels, but I'm ready for it. And next, be on the lookout for Tomb Raider 2, Lara's Home, and the Great Wall of China. I have already unlocked every single trophy on PS4, with the exception of Time Trial, Pistols Only Run, and New Game Plus. But I think I have the achievement plan for the first playthrough mastered and tested. And we'll put that to the test very soon, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you again.